One Portland business owner says after 5 break-ins during the span of about 3 weeks, she's made the decision to permanently close. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for K2 News. I'm Deborah Knapp. K2's Megan Allison joins us live outside of Rains in northeast Portland. So, Megan, is that business moving out of Portland altogether?
Well, Deb, the owner tells me things will have to change to open the store back up. She put up this sign after break-in this week and said that there's a letter to customers as well saying that small businesses just cannot sustain business in Portland's current climate.
Marcy Landolfo says her store was broken into 15 times in the last 18 months. The last 5 break-ins happened in the span of 24 days. Landolfo tells us she's paid tens of thousands of dollars out of pocket. Despite this being the start of the holiday season, the owner was adamant in her decision to close this week.
It's just too much of a gamble in a city that is, it's unsafe. And the thing with my employees, I can't put them in danger. No way.
Landolfo says during those break-ins, people targeted expensive winter products. She worried staying open through the holidays would only lead to more stolen inventory.
It just gets tiring and exhausting when you see, no change in the future or not moving forward, not making positive changes.
The owner here tells us insurance did help during the first 3 break-ins. Since then, she's taken on the bills herself or just boarded up the windows, saying there was little justification in making repairs.
The chief medical officer here says last Monday was the busiest day AFC has ever seen. The combination of RSV, flu, and COVID is putting a strain on resources. Now, this team is working to adapt as they expect more illness in the community following Thanksgiving.
Andrew Miller says flu numbers were higher in the last month than any November in the last 5 years. I asked the chief medical officer what's caused the biggest demand over the last few weeks.
Historically, it's been COVID, but the trend over the last couple of weeks was RSV, and now this last week and looking forward, it looks like it's going to be mostly influenza.
Now Miller is concerned about the level of transmission after the holiday weekend.
Usually we see the flu season take a big uptick after Thanksgiving. It's had the chance to transmit, but the numbers were going up really high already before the travel season, and it just seems like it's gasoline poured on a fire at this point.
Virus experts are encouraging people to get a flu shot, saying it's not too late. Portland State Professor Ken Stedman tells us the level of protection varies year to year, but he's optimistic, seeing recent data showing the development of new vaccine options for the years ahead.
mRNA vaccines against all the different kinds of flu, 20 different kinds of flu. And at least in animal models, it seemed to be really protective. So there may be a universal flu vaccine on the horizon.
In the meantime, AFC is making changes to adapt to the current demand.
We anticipate that this coming week and weeks after are going to be even more busy. It's a constant challenge. We're looking at the schedule, looking ahead of time, moving staff to the clinics that are seeing the most patient demand, because we're trying to match the number of staff and testing supplies to the demand from the community.
Yeah, some people still like that, waiting in lines Black Friday morning. But I think it's safe to say a lot of us now don't do that. We just do our shopping online for Black Friday and for Cyber Monday too. But the problem is that, that's exactly where scammers want to find you. Online holiday shopping may be more convenient for you and me, but it also creates a lot of opportunities for scammers.
Inflation rates are high, pricing is going to be much higher.
Rebecca Barr with the Better Business Bureau says those conditions this year mean people might be more desperate to find a good deal. And scammers can make ads and even shopping websites that look authentic.
That's going to be a big one this year as scammers pop up phony websites with professional looking pictures, too good to be true pricing. So that's going to be a huge thing that we need to look for when we're doing our online shopping, especially if you're after something, a hot ticket item for the year.
So she says it's important to never rush into a purchase. Make sure to verify the vendor before entering your credit card information into their website. The FBI says to always verify the website you're using by checking the web address and checking the site's reviews.